All right, guys, so I have just washed my hair. The shrinkage is real, but I'm super excited. I did, again, research that it's good to have this mixture applied to damp hair. So I decided to go ahead and wash it. I will detangle it so that it can dry, have time to dry out a little bit more. And then I'll come back and show how I mix the solution and put it in my hair. So as I was finishing up the detangling process, I heard this little person waking up. It is super early in the morning, but Daddy just left for work. So can you let Mommy color her hair? Hmm? Okay, I'll take that as a maybe or yes. Okay, so little man decided that he was not going to nap right away. So my hair is a little bit dry. It's been longer than the 30 minutes. So I'm taking some water that I put in a spray bottle and I'm just dampening it up again because especially with my texture of hair, I do not want to have it breaking off because it's already dry before I even start the process. Because we all know that dry hair like mine, dry 4C hair, is going to be more prone to breakage. So ain't nobody got time for that. We are gonna go ahead and mix together some stuff. I have Arm & Hammer baking soda. I also have a plastic container and plastic fork. I have read online that you're really not supposed to do like metal because it causes some other type of reaction. I don't know what that is. I'm not trying to find out. Not with my hair. I've not seen like a lot of clear measurements for doing this with the peroxide. A lot of it just talks about making a paste. And so what I'm going to do, I do want to point out though that this is 3% hydrogen peroxide. I read that if you do any higher than that, you might just be losing some hair. So again, ain't nobody got time for that. So total in this container, I have 1 cup of baking soda and 1/2 cup of peroxide. I could not find my little brush, which makes me a little nervous, but I'm not gonna flip out, and I'm so ready to get this done. Like, I'm the type of person that researches and researches, and I don't want to find myself like not doing it because I got nervous or whatever. So this needs to get done. And I need to get this application in my hair before my baby wakes up. So I've got that petroleum. Not even that I have a whole lot of it, but I'm just gonna try to protect around here. I also have gotten my gloves. The baking soda is also supposed to help break down the melanin in my hair, and it's supposed to make it make the hydrogen peroxide like easier to go on. So all of this to say, Father, let this work the way that I want it to. But one other thing that I'm going to do. So you guys know I just washed my hair. And because of that, I had to do detangling, which means I have some hair that I've already pulled out. I am going to do a strand test, so to speak, as I'm going. So essentially, I'm just going to take the paste and put it on the hair that I pulled out so that I can kind of keep an eye on like how long it's going to be on there, how long it's going to take to process. And so I'm timing myself as of now, since I just put that on. And I'm just going to put it inside of this so that it can help process. So I'll get a chance to like wash this out and see how the strands are looking, if I want to leave it on a little bit longer or if I want to go ahead and wash my actual hair. That's really the only benefit since I'm doing it at the same time. But I am low on time because I'm a mom with 2 little people and my husband's at work. So I got to get it in where I can fit it in, and I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait till this evening. I want to actually start styling my hair this evening. So this needs to be done. And psych. As you can see, yeah, I'm probably going to be waiting until my husband gets home. And I'm very excited about it because that was about to be a really big bummer. I really do want my hair to be colored before I go into the lock process. So I'm excited because now, even though I'm not even sure how long I left it on this piece of hair, so much for the strand test to figure out that part. But I do know that the color is possible now. At first I was like, yo, what is going on? Like, I know that I've been doing all this stuff and I've not seen any differences. So anyway, I am gonna go ahead and respray my hair with some water. I'm gonna put this in while it is all fizzy. I'm tempted to put a little bit more peroxide in there just to make sure that the fizz is real. But I'm also nervous to do that because I don't want to mess it up. So yeah, it's a lot of different things going on, but my husband is now home and I know that he's got the boys, so I'm able to focus more clearly on what's going on. I think I am going to go ahead and just put in like another little squig of this peroxide. It was 1/2. I'm going to do another, this is about another 1/4. Let's see. Because I feel like the bubbles are starting to dissipate. All right, let's do it. so I finished putting in the solution that I made, which was 1 cup of baking soda and 1/2, and not even, it wasn't 3/4. It was the little bit of extra that I put in was like 1/2 of a fourth. So I finished putting the solution in my hair. I probably should have just left it at that 1 full cup and 1/2 a cup of hydrogen peroxide, because it really got like more messy. As you can tell, it is all over my face, all over my ears, all over my clothes, the floor, everything. But it is what it is. At least now I have the time to go ahead and clean that up before it starts discoloring other stuff. But I'm gonna put this cap on, and I'm gonna play it by ear for the amount of time that I'm gonna leave it on. I want to say that I'm gonna leave it on for an hour. But the really cool thing about this process is that you can actually see the color change as you're looking at it. So I know that the front of my hair I did last, and my edges especially, because as you can see, my edges are thin, and I don't want to mess with that, like damaging it even more. So I just decided to do it this way, and ooh, we shall see. Stay tuned. At this point, it's been about an hour and a half. I know that the recommended time is between 30 minutes to an hour for my particular hair being very dark and also being unprocessed. What's it? All right, guys, so here's the big reveal. I have washed my hair with cold water, and I've not looked at it. Oh, snap. I see color. I see a big color difference. I'm super excited. Oh my gosh. And it's all natural, which means that my hair shouldn't be like super damaged, super dry, super anything. And I actually like the way that the front is, because like you can see my hair is very thin in that area, and so I wanted to make sure it was protected. So yeah, I'm super excited. I am going to do a deep conditioner. I wash and use all the products with Camille Rose. I love her products. And so yeah, I have this cocoa and mango butter deep conditioning mask, and so I'm excited to put this on just to make sure that, you know, I nourish my hair a little bit more, give it time to just soak in some extra moisture and stuff before I do my locks. But oh my gosh, I would even consider doing a wash and go. Like, you know, I'm not really a big wash and go type of girl, but oh snap, like I see color. Okay, I see color, and color, and my hair was black. So it's a go with the peroxide and baking soda. That was it. Now I will say that one of the biggest things that I realized this time around, and as I went through this process, I remembered that I did do this once before and it did nothing to my hair. That was because I actually applied it too early. For the amount that I put in, the amount of 1 cup of baking soda to approximately 1/2 cup of hydrogen peroxide, I needed to let it sit for some hours before I actually saw the fizzle. And once I saw the fizzle, that's when I could put it on my hair, and that's, you know, the huge difference that I've seen. So if you have tried this before, let me know how you did it, if something came out differently, and if you would also like to follow me with the lock journey, just stay tuned. I'm going to be posting about that really soon. And yeah, like, oh my gosh, Kenyatta's roots is coming through. Okay, Kenyatta, I see you, boo. I see you. Bye. Take care, peeps.